Ron Adner, what do you mean by the wide lens?
The landscape of innovation is changing. Standalone products no longer work as well as they used to. The wide lens is all about understanding how products interact with other products to create solutions. It's the difference between Sony failing with their attempts at MP3 players and Apple succeeding with the iPod.
Well, in the book, you talk about co-innovation risk. What exactly does that mean?
Well, the question with co-innovation is you need to innovate. You have a challenge. Does anyone else have an innovation challenge they need to solve for your innovation to matter?
So innovation doesn't happen in a vacuum. You also talk about adoption chain risk. Can you explain that one?
Adoption chain risks asks, besides your end customer, who else do you need to convince? Do you think about ebooks? Sony put out a great e-reader, but they didn't convince publishers to release content. So the Sony e-reader fails, whereas Amazon Kindles succeeds.
All right, one of the big innovations in the world right now is in electric cars. Everyone's talking about the Chevy Volt. Tell me, will this innovation succeed?
I'm very worried about the Volt. I'm very worried about most approaches to the electric car. Because even though it's a tremendous innovation, great for the environment, but the problem with it is down the road, the resale value question. The batteries are the most expensive component of the car, constitutes half the price. It's also the component that improves the fastest. What does this mean for the resale value of a 2012 Volt when you try to sell it back to the market in 2016?
Would it work if the government got involved and mandated that the Chevy Volt and electric cars work? Or will we see what happened with Solyndra and the government lost a lot on their investment?
Well, investing in innovation is always a risk. That's not the problem. The government can't eliminate that. What we want to see is we want them investing in the smart way, where they understand the full set of elements that need to come together for success.
All right, well, who in the corporate world is investing in innovation in a smart way right now?
Well, I think the poster child for everyone today is Apple. And part of what makes Apple successful is not that they deliver these great products, because quite frankly, all their serious rivals deliver great products as well. What makes them successful is the way in which they bring partners onto their platform, onto their products, on their own terms. Right? If you think about what does it mean for Apple to bring apps onto their app store and onto the platform and compare it to what happens with Android, for example. Think about the kind of subsidies that Apple's able to command. That's all coming from the way they build their ecosystem and build their partnerships.